In the last video, we read about the pool adventures of the three boys and how their lives revolved around the pool. Let's read further. I don't remember how we finally broke up. It was hardly noticeable at the time. In spite of our pledge to return to the pool as grown men, we never really believed that we would go different ways, that we would be leaving the pool. After about a year, Somi passed his matriculation examination and entered a military school. When I saw him about 3 years ago, he was sporting a fierce and very military mustache. Shortly after Somi left school, Anil and his family went away to Delhi, and I did not see them again. I could not visualize Anil in any conventional occupation. He was so wild and unpredictable. And yet, sometimes I wonder, those who are rather wild when they are young often grow up to be respectable people, while the quiet, reserved ones turn out to be perfect Helians. And what of the pool and our pledge to come back after 10 years? He is pained at how gradually they all went their own ways in life. Somi joined the military school. Anil moved away to Delhi. None of them was in contact with each other. And then he ponders, usually the wild and adventurous grown up to be mature individuals, whereas the quiet and gentle turn out to be mischievous rascals. In April, I happened by chance to be in the same part of the country, and I decided that I at least would keep my part of the pledge. But I could not find the pool. I found the ravine and the bed of shingle, but there was no water. The stream had changed its course just as we had changed ours. I waited in the ravine for 2 or 3 hours, but no one came. I suppose it was foolish of me to expect anyone. Somi must have been with his unit, Anil occupied with the business of living. Probably they both had families. I was the only one who hadn't really grown up. I turned away disappointed and with a dull ache in my heart. Friends and daydreams and even forest pools must succumb to the inexorable, deceitful journey of time. But I hadn't gone far when I heard the splashing of water and the shouting of boys. And pushing my way through a thicket, I found another stream and another pool and half a dozen boys splashing about in the water. They did not see me, and I kept in the shadow of the trees and watched them play. But I hadn't really seen them. I was seeing Somi and Anil and the comfort loving buffaloes, and I stood there for nearly an hour, a disembodied spirit romping again in the shallows of the secret pool. He too had taken up some job, and in April he was back to his village and decided to visit the pool. There was a rocky cave and the pebbles, but no water. The stream had changed its course, symbolic of the lives of the boys, who too had changed theirs. He waited there for 2 3 hours and thought Somi must be with his military unit, and Anil too must be busy with other things, and both must now be married. He feels he is the only one who hadn't grown up. He was heartbroken and turned back to go with a heavy heart. He realized everything is subject to time. Time spares no one, whether it be friends or dreams or even forest pools. With these thoughts in his mind, he started going back. On the way, he heard the sound of splashing water and boys shouting. He came across another pool with some boys enjoying themselves just as Rusty did with his friends. He hid behind the bushes to see them as they played. He felt that his long cherished memories had come alive. He saw the images of Somi and Anil and the buffaloes. Hiding in silence, he visualized them for almost an hour and went back home, reliving his childhood memories. This reminds him of the continuity of life, the transformation of the forest pool and its vicinity makes him understand that change is constant and it is the basic principle of survival.